Saturday morning. We are playing in Croke Park tomorrow, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get the game day vlogs back up and running. The last time I did one was the Clare game down in Ennis, and it went down really well, so thought it would be a good opportunity that now that we're in Croke Park tomorrow to get them back up and running. So it is Saturday morning now. It is 9:15, as you can see. I'm still half asleep as I didn't get up until like 8:15. Got up, showered, hydrated, outside for some sunlight, and now I'm heading for a team meeting at 9 and then a primary session after, and then some breakfast. So yeah, I'll catch up with you later.
The fuck is from Alan Wexford and Croke Park?
I started like a load of tweets yesterday.
I
started like a
playing under minor championship.
Meeting and primer done. Went for a coffee there to the Croft after with a few of the boys, and heading now into town to get some food supplies for the carb load that's about to go down. We also actually got food after that. Had some toast, porridge, berries, eggs, a bit of bacon. Gonna get a bucket of rice and some chicken, maybe turkey, to cook for lunch and for dinner. So yeah, and then I'm going to jump in the Hyperbaric chamber now for 60 minutes, and I'll do 2 of them sessions today, so that's the crack. I'll also need to get the bag packed, sorted for tonight. I don't know which football boots I'm going to wear yet. I think Croker's usually very slippy, like the surface is that good when it's anyway wet. You need to be wearing studs, so with the heel being a bit of a problem, I've got like a bone bruise on my heel. I have been wearing like a bigger boot, but I don't really want to wear them tomorrow, so I need to get that figured out this evening, and yeah, make sure I'm ready to go, because we're away at 8 AM in the morning, which is a very early start, to be honest. It means I'll have to be up at like 7, but yeah, I'd probably prefer that than staying over the night before a game and getting like a shock and sleep. So that's the crack. A few supplies gathered for the load up of carbs. Bucket of rice, a few bananas, some orange juice. It's going to be a long day of eating. Croke Park's a big space. Time for the Hyperbaric chamber. It's actually so handy to use. Switch her on, turn the wee dial, press this button, press another button. So then you literally just zip this. In we get, put on the oxygen mask, zip it up myself from inside, and then I lie there. It takes like 5 minutes to build up enough pressure before you start it, the timer, and then start the timer and do 60 to 90 minutes. Relieve the pressure for like 10 minutes before getting out. Yeah, been doing that for a few weeks. Haven't, like, to be honest, I haven't noticed a massive amount of difference, but I wasn't really expecting to either. It's more for like just giving your body a better chance to heal and recover. It's not going to be a complete another game changer, but it just helps. So do this, and then I'll have lunch and chill out. It's not often I eat Cocoa Pops, but carb load days is one of them days. That's 100 grams of carbs, 100 grams of Cocoa Pops. Like, just shows you how easy it is to eat a lot of, I suppose, calories when you're eating something like Cocoa Pops, because like, I polish that off no bother, but if I had the same calories with like oats, it'd be a lot harder to eat. So that's why it's good for carb loading, because it's low in fibre, really high in carbs, and it's easy to eat. And sometimes in carb load days, it can be difficult to eat large volumes of food, so things like Cocoa Pops really help just to get loads of carbs in without feeling like you're going to get sick. Sitting here watching the Kerry Cork game. Cork's a point up, 27 minutes gone. Looking like there could be an upset on again. Kerry seem to really struggle against Cork. Don't forget your protons. Protein pudding, mixed berries, frozen mango. Lethal cadethal. Yo, just out for a walk after that last meal and after watching the Kerry game. Kerry ended up coming back and winning fairly easily. But I like to get out and just stretch the legs after meals, especially on days when you're carb loading and your activity is probably low enough. It just helps kind of with digestion. And then you can also just stiffen up. I've been laying up like a lord on the sofa the last hour, and you just feel the body kind of stiffening up, so it helps to loosen things out. And even just spending time outside, to be honest, is a good thing. The sun is actually out, surprisingly, today. It's been glum enough, but when it's out, I try and make use of it and get out. So yeah, so my second outing in Croke Park tomorrow. Didn't expect to get to Croke Park this easily, in terms of it was just luck that we drew Wexford in the group, and it's halfway between, and then obviously the Armagh Dublin game's on after, so they obviously decided it would be a decent opportunity to pair the two up. But the last time I was in Croke Park, I was struggling big time with the groin. I wasn't moving well at all, and so I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow, now that I actually am feeling good and the body's in a good place, so I can actually go at it a wee bit more. Like the last time I was there, I was kind of just on the pitch and I was just couldn't really get that involved or take men on or come out the pitch that much. So I actually am looking forward to it big time. I know people talk about the big open spaces in Croke Park and how much different it can be, but it's probably overstated, to be fair, how much different. Like a lot of pitches, inter-county pitches, are big pitches and you're kind of used to them at this stage. But yeah, the key thing I suppose when you're playing in Croke Park is that you don't let it pass you by, and you don't let it kind of get you in terms of like when you run out. I remember when I ran out for the league final against Cavan, you're just like in awe, you're like, Jesus Christ, this is mental stuff. So having been there before is a positive, and then most of our squad has been there already as well, with the Hogan Cup and then with Fermanagh a few years ago. So yeah, that's obviously a positive. But Wexford were there a couple of weeks ago for the league final as well, so they're in the same boat. But I'll tune back in when I'm having me dinner. I'm probably just going to have rice again and turkey burger probably. I like to keep it fairly simple and stuff that's I know is going to digest fairly easily for me. So yeah, see you later on. Thought I'd just show you as well where I actually am going on this walk. So I actually live in the town, but when I walk literally 5-10 minutes, I am basically in the countryside. So it's actually quite nice, quite peaceful. Flip around, the sun shining, pile of fields, less cars, pretty peaceful. However, I walk to the end of this footpath, which is literally right here, turn my heels here and walk back. So I get like 50 metres of countryside and then we're back into the noise. We have a debate on. So Croke Park is usually quite slippy and I need to wear studs. However, I also have an injured heel at the minute, so smaller boots that are really tight fitting, like these ones, and these ones are absolutely killing me heels, so can't really wear them. So I need a bigger boot, so it's potentially these. I've got these, but stud is gone out of this and I literally can't get another stud in because it's filled with grass. One boot. These are the worst fitting boots I ever had. I never wore them once. They need to be sold. Bought them for like 200 quid. I'm actually going to try these on now, see what they fit like. They're absolutely torn to shreds, but they actually fit quite comfortable. They look shocking. They're absolutely fucked. Oh, don't know if you could line out in Croke Park with them. Like these are the boots I actually wore the first time I played in Croker, but scored a goal with them, but could barely run. I'm actually very undecided as to which boots to go for. They 100% fit the best in terms of how my heel is feeling at the minute. They're really comfortable, but I don't know, they're just a bit heavy or something, and like they're so badly torn up. They're actually a semi-real pair, they're not the real ones, and hence why all the plastics like fell off them. In their prime though, when they're fresh, they are goated. Like, I'm going to be running through pain for most of the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Don't know what to do. I have been wearing these, but the studs have actually started to get really worn down in them. But I don't know what Adidas done with their new Preds this year, but they all fit really small. Like that's a UK 13, and my toe is busting out the front of them. I could wear these and take the sole out of them, but then I'm thinking that'll just put more pressure on my heel, even though I will have a pad on my heel. I don't know, talking shite. We'll see. You'll find out tomorrow when if you watch the games or the highlights or anything, what boots I end up wearing. But yeah. Last bowl of carbs going down. Another bowl of Cocoa Pops, raw honey, and coconut milk. Bosh. I need to pack my bag. I might actually show you what I will be getting ready before the morning, because we're leaving at 8 AM. So I want to have everything ready to go before I leave, in terms of kit, but also in terms of supplements, pre-workout, water, electrolytes, gels for half time, food for the bus, as I'll probably, don't know whether I might eat breakfast here before I go, and then we're getting another breakfast at 10:45, 11. I have a lot to do. I might take an Epsom salt bath before I go to bed here as well. There's a lot going on. And then I need to get a big kip. So I'll call back in probably in the morning. Let's go through my pre-workout drink for before the game. So we've got obviously water. Then I've got this pre-workout mix, Informed Sport tested. It is one from Bulk Powders, Elevate Zero pre-workout. It's got 200 milligrams of caffeine, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, taurine. They're kind of the main ingredients. L-tyrosine. But it's pretty good. So I'll whack 1 scoop of that in. I'll top up with more beta-alanine to get it up to like 7 or 8 grams. A small bit more citrulline, not much. This is also, all 3 of them Informed Sport tested. Yeah, and that's what I'll whack into me about 60 minutes before the game. And then I'll also have some electrolytes at some stage as well. But that's the main source. For half time, I'll actually bring 2 of these gels from Healthspan Elite. So many grams of carbs, 100 calories, 25 grams of carbs at half time, and maybe one before the game as well, depending on how I feel. So yeah, that's most of the stuff we'll be bringing. About to take a bath before bed. If you want to figure out how much of a wingnut I can be. Good night. Again, half asleep. It is 10 to 8. I'm about to head off here to get the bus. Did not sleep well at all last night, as you can probably see. I think I got like 4.5 hours. First 2 hours anyway, I was staring at the ceiling. And yeah, I was just starting to think, fuck's sake, I have to get up in like 5 hours. Ended up getting up, going back to bed at like 1. Let's say I fell asleep by 2. But that's life, that's sport, that's what happens sometimes, so you just have to get on with it. But yeah, I'll probably check back in, show you bits of maybe the change rooms or the pitch. But apart from that, that's it from me. Let's hope we can do the business, and I'll catch back in with you after the game. Let's go.
Just as long as everyone a little coffee in the morning.
Thank you. That is the maddest surface I've ever seen in my life. That is an absolute carpet. Some surface. No, I'm gonna wear mouldy. You're happy enough now? Right. Oh, fuck. No, Michael, I There's the boys out now. Dubs are playing, aren't they? See, I topped the Celeb League. I can't get into my team and look at it.